How do we do it? Here at the USO Arlington, we have a full-time staff of 10 people in the entertainment department. We also have independent contractors all across the country that we bring in to help with the tours, and military counterparts in every country and installation. Here at USO Arlington, we have 3 tour producers who are the ones that really put tours together. The way a tour happens from beginning to end is the recruiting department will bring in an act with a general idea of the dates they're available and what part of the world they would like to go to. From there, we will send the offer out to the military, to whatever region it is they want to go to. The military regional coordinator will then send information down to the bases to see which bases are interested, which bases this act will be appropriate for, which bases have the manpower to support it, the lodging, maybe don't have a festival within that span of time. And then once the bases express interest, the information goes back to the regional coordinator and then back up to the USO. From there, the tour producers will coordinate with the base and the local MWR the details of the tour, get an itinerary with all the day-to-day layout. Once an itinerary is hammered out between the USO and the military, which generally does not happen until 10 days prior to the tour, then the itinerary needs to go to the artist for their approval to make sure they are okay with as much travel, as many performances as we have possibly scheduled for them. Because of that, we don't want to give any information to the local USO until it is concrete, until everyone has signed off and it is absolutely happening. So you out there in the field might hear about a tour long before we are releasing the information, or we even possibly know. It is possible that you all hear kind of, some little whispers that so-and-so is going to come to your base, but no one has told anyone here at USO Arlington that base is confirmed or not. So if you hear anything, please know we are not trying to withhold any information whatsoever. Please feel free to contact us here in the entertainment department. We will tell you as much as we can. We want to get as much information out to you as possible, but again, we want to make sure it is the correct information. How can you help at the USO centers? Please just be a presence at the USO tour events. The mobile canteens are a great way to show not only what you all can offer, but just to help promote the event. You can volunteer at the events. The event where we usually need the most help are the meet and greets, just getting the soldiers through. You can help advertise the events in the USO centers, and the best thing to do, not just for an entertainment event, but just for your work in your USO center, is to develop a relationship with local MWR and base leadership. Please know that we try to show off the USO centers and the people that work for us as much as possible. We are incredibly proud of what everyone does, but sometimes we can't necessarily always take the entertainment tours to a USO center. When that happens, when we'll have, say, a meet and greet following a concert, it probably makes the most sense to have the meet and greet there at the venue where the concert is versus having a meet and greet at the USO Center, simply because everyone is already there. The venue probably can house more soldiers than the USO Center does, and our main purpose is to see as many troops as possible in the most efficient ways possible, so then we can move on to the next group of soldiers. How do you find out about a USO tour? You can check out the USO website. There should be a link on the home page to USO Entertainment Tours. You can also ask your local MWR for what is confirmed in your area. The operations department should also send out an entertainment update to your regional coordinator, who then should send it down to everyone in the field as to what's coming up. Also, our local tour producers will contact you when we do have events we want the USO to be a part of. Not all trips can be publicized. The trips that are going to Southwest Asia, we cannot release dates or locations. So in those cases, your local MWR will be the best way to find out about events.
Hello, this is Brooke Watts, and I will be covering the celebrity recruiting portion of the entertainment department overview. What we do: myself and Bernie Roan, who is our Vice President of Celebrity Recruiting, our main purpose is to develop and sustain relationships with industry contacts, meaning managers, agents, road managers, and things of that sort. And relationship is key in working with talent, because the USO does not compensate talent for the tours that they do with us. So it's important for us to maintain and establish really great relationships, so that one, they will go on the tours, and then they will revisit once, several times to be able to come back and go on the tours for the years to come. We also do special events and programming that we have celebrities do as well, so they don't just necessarily do USO tours. They do events, programs welcoming home troops, and things of that nature. We do generally only tend to work with celebrity clientele, and by celebrity we mean being a relevant celebrity on MTV, BET, Billboard charts, and things of that nature. We kind of try to stay away from non-celebrities, and we redirect them in the direction of Armed Forces Entertainment, and they operate similar to the USO in that they send over talent as well to perform for the troops. However, they are willing to work with non-celebrity talent. So whenever we do get submissions from local bands and bands that are on their way up that haven't quite hit that celebrity status yet, we recommend that they reach out to Armed Forces Entertainment, and they can go to armedforcesentertainment.com or reach out to them at 1-800-458-0868. We also get a lot of songwriter inquiries. Lots of bands write songs pertaining to the war and, specifically giving, shout outs to the troops for what they do. And while the USO does not have a song and we don't endorse music, we can appreciate the submissions that we receive. However, we can't do anything with it ourselves, so we redirect those people to Armed Forces Radio and Television Services, and they handle radio and TV programming for the military, so they can possibly get those songs on rotation on military radio stations or online sites that the troops can listen to hear those special songs that are geared towards them. Requests from USO Centers for Celebrities. We often get USO Centers reaching out to us to try to have celebrities come and either do, a special meet and greet with troops that are either coming in or that are deploying out. And when those requests come in, we redirect them to the regional VPs for the overseas and stateside areas. And for stateside, it's Jeff Hill. For Southwest Asia, it's Gary Bibu. For Europe, it's Walt Murin. And for the Pacific, it's Tom Kolstad. And so they will get those requests to us for us to then try to meet them. And it's all about the availability of the talent. If they're available and the time frame works with them, then more than likely we would be able to secure someone, but it all depends on the timing and the scheduling and if we have enough time to try to make it happen. But we do make effort to try to make sure that if the celebrity is available, to maybe come through and make that event just that much more special for the troops. Requests for tickets. We have a great relationship with Live Nation. Live Nation is a ticketing company and also a promotional company, and what they do is they will send us bulk tickets for about May through August generally, and they're for the larger pavilion-sized concerts, and they'll send anywhere from 20 tickets to 150 tickets, and what we do is we send them out automatically to the local USO centers or to the closest base that is near where the concert's going to be, and we send them out with no questions asked. We send them out and have them distribute them amongst the troops or amongst the staff, and they decide how they get divided up. If a show is coming to town and a USO center or a base sends a request in for us to get tickets for that show, we will reach out to that talent's product manager or management and see if we can't get a few tickets for some of the troops as well. So we do try to honor requests for tickets as much as we can. The USO website is a vital tool for anything pertaining to USO entertainment. We have a very extensive USO entertainment site, and frequently asked questions are there as far as how to submit demos, how a band can contact us to go on tour, what the requirements are, how long a tour is, how it's compensated, per diems, and all of that information. So whenever anyone has any questions pertaining to how they can possibly go on a tour, the USO website is an awesome tool for that, and all they have to do is click on entertainment, and there's very extensive information there as to how to make that happen. That is it. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed our presentation.